by Reggie White, with Seth Joyner picking up the scraps.
Say amen, brother. An ordained Baptist minister just shoving Reggie McElroy out of the way. Oops, no, you're not going here, son. This is as far as this particular journey goes. Actually, nice picture, arm not big enough.
Everything's so understated in the city of brotherly love.
This guy is a man.
And now 13. Nice throw. And it's Ethan Horton, the tight end, close to the yardsticks. It'll be a yard shy of a first down on a 13-yard pickup. Eric Allen, the cover man for the Eagles. And here comes Marcus on third down.
Now that catch by Ethan Horton, I kind of thought coming into this game that Ethan Horton would be a busy guy. That's his first catch of the game. The reason I ask is against Dallas, the Cowboys threw the ball to Jay Novacek a lot in this underneath zone coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were successful. Horton, just his first catch of the day, I'm rather surprised.
They could get a first down right now if they snap the ball. Eagles had 12 in on the field, but Schrader didn't notice it. Marcus Allen diving. He's got it at the 40-yard line. Allen, now 32 years of age, needs 3 more touchdowns to hit the 100 mark. Dickerson needs 5, and he'd be at 100 as well.
The amazing thing about Marcus Allen, in my estimation, is if you polled all the Raiders that have been around the Raiders since Marcus Allen got there, I think most would say that Marcus Allen is an Al Davis type player, and yet there is something amiss between the two. I cannot for the life of me understand it.
Allen with 23 yards rushing. Dickerson hit back of the game at 28.
Oh, that's a punt.
They call it an incomplete pass as Schrader threw it right out of his own hand into the ground, as Reggie will testify to the play. He was closest.
Well, they're going to call it an incomplete pass, but I don't know how you can't call this intentional grounding. You see the referee right there. Now, his idea is to protect the quarterback. He's not really watching the rest of the field, but Jay gets away with one there. I mean, his arm is going forward. No question about that. And he didn't want that thing to get loose.
Now, there was no intent there. It wasn't like he threw it right down at the feet of White. Now, Schrader, although he's been intercepted once to Marinovic's 3, his number is not very impressive. To Dickerson, barely had time to catch that before William Thomas said hello. That'll bring up third and about 5.
Every play we see the Raiders run, for the most part, when the ball gets to the receiver, there's at least one Philadelphia Eagle there, sometimes 2, and very often 3.
There's White, and number 59, Seth Joyner. Buddy Ryan will be pleased to know that Seth Joyner still talks about Ryan. He says, this isn't a nice guy game. You're supposed to hit him and walk over him, not help him up. He says, we've got to be more intimidating. Wright has his 3rd catch, but it'll be shy of a first down as Izell Jenkins, an extra defensive back, makes the stop. Whoa, good spot at the 31, but it'll leave the Raiders 1 yard shy of a first down. Brings up 4th.
I don't think Art Shell has any choice in this situation. He's talking with Terry Robisky there on the sideline. Looks like an extra tight end. Do we see Marcus Allen again?
In comes David Jones, who is kind of a half and half, a tight end, wide receiver type. And Marcus. And time running out on Schrader. Allen, who else? And it'll depend on the spot. It looked as if he made it to the 30. That would be a first down. But they're spotting it to show, way short of the 30, and based on the linesman's left foot, I don't think Marcus made it.
Not even close. Again, though, a crucial play, and the guy that carries it is Marcus Allen, the guy they don't want out there.
But under limited circumstances, and the clock's running down, they were late getting the play in, and it's part of the blame of if this one did fail, has to go to the sidelines.
Yep.
Seemed they had trouble they weren't really set in the formation with 4 seconds to go on the play clock, and there's the difference.
goodness.
And the Eagles get the cheers from their fans. The defense, and the defense has earned it. Jim McMahon and the Eagles leading 24-3 thanks to a brilliant defensive effort again for Philadelphia. And Los Angeles knows how difficult it will be to rally because the Raiders all season long have not scored more than 21 points. So things not looking well on the black and silver, or silver and gray as some are calling the Raiders, who are the oldest team in the league. Herschel Walker for a couple of the middle. So from Philadelphia, let's go to NFL Live and this update.
Dick, not a happy day for Warren Moon at the Astrodome. He'll complete this pass to Ernest Givens, who is spun around like a rag doll by the newly acquired Everson Walls. The ball pops free. Stevan Moore picks it up with the convoy. 73 yards later, he's in the end zone, and Cleveland is up 17-0 in the third in Houston.
Wow, that's a stunner. Thank you, Bob. Bill Belichick, does he know defense?
Probably up 28 hours last night figuring out what to do against the Houston Oilers.
The Giants gift to Cleveland. Second down, Heath Sherman, the touchdown maker. By the way, his 30-yard touchdown run, the longest of the year, longest run of the season for Philadelphia. And Jim McMahon, of course, quarterback controversy is a game that the media loves to play. It's good fodder, but based on what I've seen, if I can throw a vote in, I don't see any reason why Rich Kotite wouldn't keep his promise, and Randall Cunningham will be the quarterback in Green Bay next week.
Absolutely. Next week's choice of the starting quarterback has nothing to do with the football team, Randall Cunningham, or Jim McMahon. It is the promise. Next week, Rich Kotite keeps a promise, tells the truth, puts his quarterback, Randall Cunningham, back in the lineup.
Walker struggles and has the first down at the 42-yard line. Now, that won't make Jim McMahon very happy.
Well, but one of the things that I'm sure you'll remember when we were talking to the Eagle players, we asked about Buddy Ryan. And they all said he was upfront with us. He told us the truth. He never tried to trick us.
Even if we didn't like the truth.
Yeah. Well, Rich Kotite has the opportunity to tell the truth next week. I mean, coaches do have to kind of bend things, and Kotite thought overnight about whether or not Cunningham starts this week. Told him on Monday, you're not. And next week, he just simply keeps a promise to Randall Cunningham.
He said, "Is my man's in a slump. It's like a hitter. I'm not going to let you face these pitchers. They'll give you a rest this series, and you start next week." First down, Walker. And the Eagles running with more enthusiasm now as we're down to the final minute of the third quarter.
Nice little counter run by the Philadelphia Eagles. If you want to continue talking about Randall Cunningham, McMahon told us normally Randall takes 100% of the snaps during the week. This week he took 50% of the snaps.
Even though McMahon was the starting quarterback, he didn't get all the reps.
And he says, I don't mind. I'm not a big practice guy. I watch film. You know, I kind of get in my head what we're going to do.
Not even a good film guy.
No,
I don't like to watch film.
No. He plays dominoes, goes out with the offensive lineman, hangs out with the family and kids.
He said, Ditka thought I did all those things just to make him crazy. He said, I just like to amuse myself. I wasn't trying to upset Mike.
No.
We'll be back after these messages from your local station. Young Todd Marinovich, 23 years old, free spirit, much like Jim McMahon. Their personalities comparable. Will he be the quarterback next Sunday in the Coliseum when the Raiders host Seattle? Learning every week, he says. The Eagles and their defense have been at the head of the class at the vet today. Not a first down. It'll bring up third and less than a yard. Jim McMahon did the game for NBC. Let's see, it's 8 years ago now. Goodness. When McMahon and the Raiders, it's the most vicious hitting game I've ever seen. And that was where the quarterbacks of the Raiders were being carted off one after another. David Humm broke a jaw and a leg or something all in one play. McMahon seemed to be not as seriously injured and almost died. Had a ruptured kidney. He said he didn't know how bad it was. They tried to remove his kidney, and he argued